Alright, let's do some gameplay, some Baccarat, man. Do some Baki. I promised myself I would not get back into this game, but I don't know. All I could say is the other games, Roulette be getting me, man. So it's almost the same thing. It's like pick your poison, and I rather just play this one. You gotta worry about one dealer screwing up your whole world when you're doing good. So we're just gonna be here making some bets. I got $60 that I don't care about in my account. So whatever. We'll just be betting dollars. Unfortunately, we'll get into the negative progressions. Do some martingale. And if we lose, we lose, you know. I'm just trying to sit back, relax, enjoy the game. If I lose six in a row, that'll suck. But, you know, gambling is for entertainment. It's not for earning money. This game right here, Bach, is unbeatable. Trust me, I know. I try flat betting, no dice. I tried positive progression, no dice. And I've tried the sequences that you could like, you know, give yourself 100 shots and then no dice on those. So what I'm talking about is like, you know, if you do a sequence like this, for example, you know, and let's say you lost like 4 or 5 bets. Let's say you lost 4 bets, but then you won right here, right? Well, all that does, it clears this, which is good, but it's almost not because let's say you lose 4 again. So now you're here, right? And then let's say you win that bet. Now you're here, right? And don't call me crazy, but I'm not the luckiest person in the world. So let's say you lose 4 again. Next thing you know, you just lost all your money. So I think it's better just to get in and out. I hate to say it. So Martingale, unfortunately, most riskiest, but I shit you not, it happened to me the other day. You know, I went so much further doing the Martingale. I even had it cashed out versus doing this. I did this, and I literally lost five, won one, lost five again, and I was bankrupt. So I'm like, what happened? I was like, damn, I should have just Martingale because I was doing the math. I'm like, literally, you lose five, and you win the sixth one instead of just fighting for your life. Still, look, you lose five right here, you win this one, you're back here, you're back to normal. You know, so I might sound crazy, you know, but trust me, I gamble a lot, way more than I need to. I've tried everything, and you just gotta expect the losses. I mean, this game, there's no way around it. It's unbeatable, unbeatable. There's a reverse for every outcome you do. So, best thing to do is just get you a sequence where you could rack up small wins and hope it doesn't bust out. You know, there's nothing else you can do. And if you tell me that there is, I will kind of call you a liar. You know, so this would be a good time to do positive progression, but this is rare. I literally on Sunday I tried to do flat bet losses and positive progression, and I got nowhere. It took me 3 hours to make $10 doing that because I did not have no streaks like this. So it looks good right now, but this is rare, especially on evolution where things just go back and forth constantly. It's either just chop or 2-1-2-1 or terrible twos. You never know what's going to be the next outcome, you know. So not a huge fan of positive progression. And then with that, I mean, some people they're able to get lucky, and you know, like let's say we pull this back up, they're able to hit all of these bets. Good for them, man. You got lucky, you know. But from what I found, is it usually craps out on bet four or bet five. So unless you do like a 1-1, if you do 1-1, oh you can't see it. If you do like You won the first one, and then you start your sequence, and then you do this. Next thing you know, you run out of bets. You know, so by the time you get to like bet 3 or 4, the streak's over. And what happens is you do your positive progression, and it wipes out all your wins. So then you're back to square one. So let's say I had $50. I won the first one. Then I won the second one. Then I won the third one. I see all this money going up. And now Martingale like an idiot. And then it just wipes all my wins away. And then I start losing. So it's very aggravating and frustrating uh, doing the positive progression. So I've accepted that this game cannot be beaten. Play it for fun. You know, watch the pretty girls. Bet dollars, bet small. If you have a big bankroll, keep it as small as possible. Play online where you can only bet $1. Hope for the best. Don't be out to make money. It's usually good if you can just like make a couple dollars. But right now, I'm not just. I feel like all gambling is kind of like that. You know, like slots are great, but they drain you quick. I played the slots and you know, literally on my second spin hit for like $300-400, right? So you get that $300-400 and you hope it's gonna happen the next time. And I see $100 go so quick on 20-cent spins online, you know. So gambling don't call it a source of income. Just think of it as a source of entertainment, you know. So basically, what I'm doing here is, I thought I was onto a strategy, but you're gonna laugh. What it really comes down to, and it's a sequence I really hate, and I'm pretty sure half you guys know before I even say it. So my whole thought process was to follow the winner, and if you lose, play that winner. If you lose, play that winner. And if you lose, stay. And then if you lose that, start back over. So I'm over here thinking, all right, I'm not gonna play the one sequence that everybody knows. But I really got to thinking, I'm like, it's the same thing, but I'm just not doing it the way it's set out. And that's this sequence right here. Hold on, let me pull it on the screen. This one. That's not what I'm doing per se, but it is what I'm doing. The player, banker, player, player, banker, banker. Except I would call this a player. I'm not doing my last bet. I'm switching. I'm not doing the terrible twos because that sets you up for, you know, one, one. Oh, yeah, I'm cash flowing on this shoe. Thanks. This is your death pattern for player, player, banker, banker. If you ever wanted to know, but I'ma just chop it one time, and that's my new death pattern. I'd rather take this than the terrible twos. I think terrible twos is common. So basically, if you miss two of these and it does terrible twos, you're kind of screwed. That's your death pattern. Um, but yeah, instead of the B at the end, technically it's P. But I'm not playing it in this sequence every down. I'm basically playing the winner. So if it's banker, then it's going to be B, P, B, B, P, P. Is how I play it. So I know it's kind of silly and dumb because I played the other one, and I used to play it off the bead plate a lot too. Now I'm just playing it every play. And what I found is when I'm not playing it off the bead plate, you can catch those streaks like that when you're just resetting, following the winner. You know, so it sets you up to follow the winner. It sets you up for a chop situation. Um, if I lose a chop bet, I'll show you. Um, let's say I won the chop bet. If I won the chop bet, I will stay on the chop. But if I lose the chop, I'm not gonna like start the sequence over. I'm not gonna go into the sequence. I'm gonna just wait and just take my loss, take my dollar loss, and start over once I see two in a row. Um, I found that it works a little bit better that way than off of a chop sequence. Uh, yeah, so that's what I'm playing. Silly, I know, but I mean, the other day I put in $64. I got it up to 140, and I cashed that back down to 64. Then I got up to 130, but I busted. I sure enough did bust. I busted at about 130, and you know that's just the game, I guess. But if you think about it, 140 minus 64, that was $76, and then 130 minus 64 plus the 76, and 142 betting dollars. You know, and it's not really dollars. So once I get to $89, um, I'll jump into this. So it's a modified Super Martingale, and it requires $89. So I'm not going right into the Super Martingale. I'm just doing my dollar and two, and then I get into Super Martingale right here. That's when I start adding one, adding one, adding one, adding one. So sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Um, Sometimes you lose right away. That's gambling, man. That's gambling. But you know, this sequence it does pretty good against the you know, I have a problem when it comes to other things. So let's say I was doing same opposite. I bet you guys didn't know. So if you did like same opposite, uh, the death pattern for that is when it does this. You know, so that could definitely screw you big time because what's happening there is let's say you saw this is I think player. Let's say you saw player and you played that and you lost. So this happens. So then you play this, right? Which is same, and that loses. So that happens. So now you see a chop where it's 2-1-1, and you play the chop. Guess what happens? This happens. So you lost the chop. So you jump the sequence over. Same, lose. You know what I'm saying? Um, so it's kind of a recipe for disaster whenever you run into play that way. But you know, this way it kind of opens the chops up better because you'll have a three-person chop when you swing this way, and it kind of takes care of this little. If this happens to go to, whenever you run in the sequence I was telling you about. So you see right here, we lost the third bet. You see the chop is three now instead of two. So I almost feel better playing a chop at this point. I could be wrong because it could do the little death pattern I was telling you about, where it goes 1-1, 2-2. But I feel like you're more likely to hit the chop on the third bet than on the second bet. And I could be wrong, but let's see. There you go. I just won. So now, since I won that bet, and we're at $80, I started at $60 like 20 minutes ago. We'll just play the chop. We'll ride the chop out. When we lose the chop, we'll not chase it. We're not going to go into the martingale. We'll just reset and just do a dollar. So let's do that. And after this, I'll probably just duck out. It's about lunchtime where I'm at. All right. So we lost the chop bet. So I'm not gonna get mad. I'm gonna just bet a dollar. And let's start the sequence until we win. As soon as I win, if I win, and if I don't bust, then I'll be out. So here we go. So we're not player, banker, player, player. We're banker, player, banker, banker at this point. And we won. And let me show you before I leave. See, now we're three down, and we're not playing B plate. So let's just ride the streak, man. Let's see if we get something going. Because it sets that up very nicely too. And I guess that kind of sets positive progression up, but I'm too scared to do it. 5, 4. Give him a big card. Nope. Oh, we lost this bet. Whatever. So now we lost. Let's get one more dollar, and then I'm definitely heading out. If we get this dollar. All right, that's a 6. Okay. So we want to. It's called strong side, by the way, when it does the When you think it's a chop, it goes banker. So let's play strong side. Let's hope for a strong side right here. And if strong side loses, then we'll hope for a chop. And it looks like strong side. Oh, never mind. That was a 4. 1. Double draw. That's a winner. Winner, winner. So now we're set up for strong side. Gotta love strong side. Alright, but yeah, that's what I've been doing. Hope you enjoyed the video. Later.